Can we please just go through a single CPAC without something absolutely horrendous happening? Just for once, just for a change. Greetings, lovely people, and welcome to hell, because CPAC is currently going on. As you know, it's essentially just a cesspool of the right wing, and yeah, there's already been a lot of things that I don't really want to talk about because some of the things are so horrendous that they are beyond even my level of snark. So I'm going to just start. I may go on with other things in future weeks or future days or whatever. I'm starting with something that I feel that I can talk about in length without having to absolutely ruin my day. So, Michael Knowles. You don't know him, I don't know him. He's someone of importance to the right wing, seems as he is a CPAC speaker this time around, and he made... oh, what a take. He called for the eradication of transgenderism. I'll give you a second to think about what that means. He said that transgenderism needed to be eradicated. And now, I am not doing what a lot of people have accused various news outlets of doing, which is changing the words. I am saying it exactly as he said it. Eradication of transgenderism. And tell me, what does that tell you? What does that read as? What does that make you think of? Because if you say transgender people being killed or murdered or destroyed in some other heinous way, then that's what most people agree with, and that is what these media outlets, various news outlets, have also agreed with. This was on camera in front of an audience. There is no denying what Michael Knowles said. And yet, Rolling Stone, CPAC speaker calls for transgender people to be eradicated. And what does Michael Knowles respond? This headline is libellous, and I demand a retraction. I don't think you understand what libel means, my friend. So, as someone who has literally studied things like libel, because I'm a journalist, I'm just going to quickly throw out a pretty good definition. A defamatory statement published in written form. It must refer to a person, be untrue, or incapable of being excused by any other legal defence and have caused, or be likely to cause, serious harm to that person's reputation. Now, I don't know, I'm not an absolute expert by any means, but this statement is true and has no legal defence. Knowles has straight up requested that transgender people, in a different word, fair enough, transgenderism, which isn't a real word, be eradicated. And on that note of transgenderism not being a word, here's a tweet from Brental Floss. Did you know transgenderism isn't a thing? Transgender people are just people. Anyone using the word transgenderism is trying to frame believing what trans people say about themselves as an ideology. And that leads directly to people being harmed. Because yeah, transgenderism isn't a real word. It has no defined, true definition. The only thing it can possibly mean is the dehumanization of transgender people. Transgenderism isn't a thing, because transgender isn't an ideology. Being trans isn't an ideology. It's so ridiculous that Knowles would come out and be essentially saying, no, it doesn't mean this because I didn't say that word, when that word that he used isn't real and legitimately can only mean the thing that it's being reported as. Now, multiple different news outlets all have reported on this in the same sort of wording. Some have changed to be the word transgenderism instead, just so it's a direct quote. But at the end of the day, Knowles is still trying to sue all these different news outlets and request retractions, which currently I doubt is going to actually happen. Because at the end of the day, this is legitimate news, not libel because it's true, and Knowles is just an idiot. And if you were to visit Michael Knowles' Twitter right now, you would see nothing but reversal attacks, essentially just calling people out that have called him out, alongside retweets of people that agree with him. But any rational person would read what these people are saying and realise it's just nonsense. At the end of the day, there is no reason why what has been reported is untrue, and there is also no reason why Knowles should have ever made a statement like this. At the end of the day, one cannot simply make up a word in order to claim there is not bigotry in a statement. Yes, the word was different, but the word used also has no meaning, no definition, and both in and out of that context, that word can only be understood as one thing. Transgenderism needs to be eradicated is literally, by any rational mind's view, the same as saying transgender people need to be eradicated. No ifs, no buts. That is the statement being made. The statement being cheered for at CPAC. And if that isn't an indictment of the far right and those that represent it, well, I really don't know what is.
It's been a long week. I feel like I could use a vacation.